Hello everyone and welcome back, Zeb here to bring you another top 3 video on Terraria 1.3. Today we are going to talk about the top 3 worst pre-hard mode mobs. This list can be pretty personal for each player, but these top 3 are my most hated mobs that I have to deal with while playing, taken mainly from playing on expert mode since I have yet to actually play on normal mode, so this is mostly going to be talking about the damage that they deal and their effectiveness on you during expert mode. Without further ado, we're going to get right into it though, and at our number 3 spot is going to be the Hoplite. The Hoplite is a new enemy that's been introduced in Terraria 1.3 within the new marble biome. While their max life isn't too threatening at 80 for normal mode and 160 for expert mode, their danger and frustration when fighting is their ranged javelin attacks. Their javelins do a crushing 96 damage on expert mode, which is very high considering you'll probably run into them below 200 HP and can be 2 to 3 shot by them at this point. The javelins also have a great range and velocity with pinpoint accuracy, making them relatively difficult to dodge and much harder to dodge than other projectiles fired by other mobs. And I found facing them early on in game will normally result in you running away from them when you see them. Their high attack damage at 96 and the fact that they rarely miss unless you're hiding behind a wall is why they're going to be my number 3 most hated / difficult mob to deal with in Terraria pre-hard mode. Coming in our number 2 top spot is going to be a variety of the same mob, which is the bats. This includes all bats, for example, the cave, jungle, and hell bats that you have to deal with throughout the game. While bats are not the most powerful mobs there is, they seem to be just everywhere, all the time, just in packs that you have to deal with. They have to be one of the most annoying mobs there is in Terraria due to the fact that they are all over the place and so small that you will just miss seeing them frequently until they hit you off a cliff and kill you. While their health is relatively low, ranging on expert from 26 for cave bats to 92 for hell bats, they do a lot of damage for being such a small creature. Jungle bats hitting for 40 HP and hell bats hitting for 70. While the bats are generally not thought of the scariest and most difficult mob to deal with, I had to include them on this list for the fact that they are constantly around you, annoying, deadly, and the most dealt with mob in the game. On top of all this, the bats have a debuff called Feral Bite that seems to just be inflicted 100% of the time that they hit you, which causes a variety of debuffs to be activated on you, but the most annoying is you being confused for 8 seconds on average, which just is relatively very annoying, along with the whole other aspect of the bats being incredibly annoying. And if you haven't already guessed it, coming in at our number 1 top spot for the worst mob having to deal with in pre-hard mode is easily going to be the Medusa. If you've ever played any amount of Terraria 1.3 and have ran into a Medusa, you already know how frustrating and overpowered she can be. Having 400 HP on expert means she's not going to be a quick or easy kill. On top of her attack doing 60 damage, it will turn you into stone for 1 to 4 seconds, which seems to always end up being 5 to 10 seconds, and during that time you can't move, you cannot attack, but you can be attacked. Her most notorious way of killing is turning you into stone mid-air, causing you to fall to your death even from a minimal height. The fact that when even in the late game of hard mode, Medusa still poses a very serious threat to you, even with all of your new armor and buff weapons, she is the hardest and worst mob in pre-hard mode to deal with. Well, I hope you all did enjoy this short little video of personally and maybe you agree as well, my top 3 most hated mobs in Terraria 1.3 pre-hard mode. If you agree or disagree with this list, leave a like anyways, and let me know what mobs you dislike the most in pre-hard mode. Thanks very much for watching everyone, and I will see you all for the next video. Goodbye everybody!